Hey guys, this is Bearcat here for another episode of Bearcat Reviews. I wanted to thank you all for your support that you've given me with the likes and the comments and subscribing and everything. It's been very appreciative and I've very much enjoyed it. And I've also enjoyed reading some of your comments and the support you guys give me. So thank you again. I want to let you all know as an update, I will be trying to do more videos per week. This week I'm going to do 3 of them. I'm starting off with this one first because I had got this early, and so I'm going to put it up, and I'm hoping you all will enjoy this review. And then the next 2 days, one of the days we'll be continuing the G.I. Joe classified series of Wave 1 with number 2 from the line. And then the next day will be a special figure that I saw while I was searching in Target for the Target exclusive G.I. Joes, which is still a struggle. Still trying to find them. Let me know if you guys see them anywhere in Ohio, because that's where I am. So yeah, it's been a little rough, but I'll try and get more videos up for you guys since I'm still a graduated college student looking for a job in 2020. So, but thank you guys again for all your support. I really enjoy it. And so, getting back on topic today with today's review, we are doing the Ramjet and Dirge Transformers Earthrise War for Cybertron Trilogy exclusives from Amazon. And I gotta say, I got these guys early. For some reason, they were supposed to come on Wednesday, but I got them a couple days ahead of time. And so I wanted to show you. So on the front, we got this nice little box art here of Dirge and Ramjet attacking. Looks like the Autobot base, and you can see Thrust here. So I'm hoping we get Thrust in the future. And in the back here, you see the cone heads in action. Side here, we get the classic Earthrise art. Same on top for classic Earthrise art, and there's not much really on the bottom than the normal warnings. So that is it for the box art. So we're going to crack it open and take a look at Dirge and Ramjet. So here we have Dirge and Ramjet out of the box, and I gotta say I love these guys. I do have the other Seekers, which you will see in this video, and I will do video reviews on them in the future. I have both the what's the word? The word I'm looking for is escaping me. Main release, thank you. The main release, Starscream, and I do have the Target exclusive 2-pack of the Thundercracker and Skywarp, and I will be shooting videos for them later on. But since these guys are brand new, I thought I'd put these guys up ahead of them. So I really hope they release a Thrust to the main line soon, though, because then we'll have, I'll get him, and then I'll have all the Seekers, which will make me a little happy. But I do gotta say I love these guys. So as you can see here, they are in their jet modes, and I love the detail and paint on these guys. I love how they even included their giant knee pads like they had in the 80s cartoon. That was amazing. I just gotta say it's really amazing. I love this nice blue color in Dirge and this gold here. It looks so much like the classic Dirge from the cartoon. And then here's Ramjet, which I also like because I just loved his jet look. It looked amazing. And you can see also the classic knee pads here on the bottom, but that's normal, seeing a little bit of the robot mode there on bottoms. The extra thrusters came out really well. I gotta say I was shocked because I thought you could scuff this guy a lot more given that he's white, or mess him up a little more, but there's not really many extra markings on him. And I will say though, be careful with the tips of these, because I noticed the cones heads that they have themselves will scrape, and so these haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking these might get some paint chipping in the future, these little black tips they have. But I gotta say, and in case anyone's wondering why I call them cone heads, that's why I always heard them called when I would watch the classic G1 show. They were always concerned as the cone heads, while the others were just the normal Seekers. So, but anyways, for size comparison here, sorry, I was picking up my tape measure. For size comparison here, we're going to measure these guys out. So as you can see, they are about the same length, which is Dirge is about 8.5 inches, and then wingspan is about, if I go to the biggest wings he's got, it's about 6 inches, excuse me. And then for Ramjet, for length, I would anticipate the same. Yeah, same for length. And then for wingspan, it'll be a little short because his wings are short. Actually, no, about 5.5 inches. So, no. Yep, let me put that down there so you can see it. about, maybe I'll raise this up a little bit. There we go. For wingspan, yeah, about 5.5 inches, so not much difference. So now, put these guys together. We will do the size comparisons. So here we have Dirge Ramjet next to Skywarp. Dirge and Ramjet next to Thundercracker. Dirge and Ramjet next to Starscream. Oop, sorry, there we have that. From our last video review, we have Dirge and Ramjet next to. From our last video review, we have Dirge and Ramjet next to Figma Genji. So you can see that. And last but not least, for basic 6-inch scale comparison, here we have Dirge and Ramjet next to Star Wars Clone Wars Captain Rex. So we can see how they scale together. Alright, now moving on to transformation. They both have pretty much the same transformation as all the Seekers do. But I'll raise this up a little bit. We'll start off here with Dirge. So what we do is take off the blasters. And then next part is, it always is a little different depending on your preference, but I like to pull out the legs first. So first we'll pull out the kneecaps here, the front part of the legs, and then we'll pull these down. As you can see, there's little tabs here. So you just push these up. And then as you can see on the inside, there's a little slot here. So then you'll tab them right in. Then for the little leg wings, you just angle them how you want. Split the legs apart. Because you can see they have on the inside here little tabs and slots on each side. Then for the feet, you take as thrusters and you just pop out the heel and foot. And then the legs are done. That's the easiest part. Alright, and then next is you take these little wings here and you flip them down, push this up. So then you have that. Same with the other side. And that is important, do not forget that, because I've forgotten that sometimes and then I wouldn't have been able to move on to do the next part. So for the next part here, let me get around here easier. Oop. Sorry about that, guys. Bumped my camera, but alright, so now you can see here, there's a little piece right here on both sides. So you're going to have to take your fingernail in there and untab it, because it's a little tricky on each of them. There we go. Then you can do that, open that up like that, pull these out, and like I said, that's why you have to fold these up or else it will not open up. I pull the cockpit up, rotate it, fold it down. There's a little slot here where the pointer piece goes, so we slip it in. Make sure your arms here line up with the slot, with the little tabs right here, so that when you tab it together, it's not like outside of it or too far inside, so it's lined up. There we go, like that. And for the arms here, you take this arm, you pull up on his here on the gauntlet piece, you pull this down, and then you push down and tab this little tab here. It's hard to see because of how dark it is. There is this little tab, and then into the little hole there. So that. And the same with the other arm. That. And then you just grab the cone here and you flip it out and fold it down. And then you just pick up his blasters. And you just tab them in, or plug them in, excuse me. And there you have Dirge. And then Ramjet's is the exact same. So I won't, like, I will show you, but I won't be like, tab this, tab that, because I don't think you guys want me repeating myself. So, but like I've said, I really love these figures. And I did say they're Amazon exclusive, so I'm just remind people. Last time I checked, they were sold out, but they could. But they when I talked to customer service, they might be getting more. So the reason, if in case anyone's wondering why I had to talk to customer service, is my Ramjet came with a damaged hand, but it was still usable. I didn't want to return them because it wasn't too terrible of the damage. So they gave me a little bit of a discount on the figures. So I was happy for that. I've been very happy with Amazon's customer support. They have been very nice to me on helping me with any issues, so I highly do recommend Amazon. I haven't had a reason yet to think otherwise, but they've been great. They got me through the last 4 years of college, so. Alright, so there's his arms. Then we flip down his cone. You can see his cone head. And you just tab on here. And tab on here. And as you can see, so I'll show you close, this is the little damage I have on mine. Just a little mark on his hand. But since it doesn't affect his transformation or anything, it's just visual, I had no complaints. I just so they gave me a little bit of a discount because of the damage, which I was very grateful for. I'm very happy they did that. But now you can see here we got Dirge and Ramjet in their robot modes. And if I can, I'll brighten this up a little bit so you can see them more. There we go. So now, as you can see how they look. For articulation, it's pretty much the same on all the Seekers, but I'll show it on the others again when I show them. The arm moves this far up and down. It does do a 360. Wrist moves up like this and down. 90-degree elbow bend. Head is on a ball joint, so it really can only do a little bit of looking up and down, side to side, obviously the rotation. Front skirt flips up like this, and then you kick forward that much. Oop, kick forward a little more if you untab him. His knee, there we go. Not back at all because of the jet skirt. His knee does bend very far for a 90-degree knee bend. If I can keep the tab together, there we go. As you can see, 90 degrees, maybe a little over it, but if you want to really bend it far, you can just take this tab off and then whee. But that's more because of the joint. And then they do have ankle pivot. And then Dirge has the same articulation. I will say I love their color schemes. I've always thought the Contact color scheme was interesting, just like because it just had a little bit more colors than the baseline Seekers of Starscream, Thundercracker, and them. But I will say the only thing I was confused by was when you look at the head sculpts for them. If I zoom in here on Dirge, not my thumb, on Dirge's face, there we go. So when you look at the head sculpts, Dirge has got this like screaming face. And then if you look at Ramjet's, he's got this neutral like frown. And then you can see the paint chipping I was talking about on top here. But anyways, the only reason I have no issue with it, the only reason I pointed out is because I thought it was interesting, but like the only thing I noticed that made me go, that's weird, was because Dirge was always the quiet one in the show. He never really talked much. Ramjet was the one who's always cackling and screaming like Skywarp. Or not Ramjet, Thrust was, excuse me. And then Ramjet, he was also kind of quiet, but he reminded me more of Starscream. Because I have a Transformers book where he basically tried to backstab Megatron like Starscream would, so. But, either way, I still love these guys. And I'm very excited with them, so let me zoom out here and we'll get right along to size comparisons. So now starting off with our size comparisons, we're going to measure them out and see. You can see to their shoulder pads, they're standing at, Ramjet and Dirge are standing roughly at a little over 6.5 inches. Or no, 7 inches, excuse me. A little under 7 inches. Alright, so for size comparisons, we're going to pull up the other. Because right now we got Skywarp, Starscream, and Thundercracker. So you see how all three of these guys scale together, which is pretty good scale together. So let's grab you and you and you. Pull them back, and then for the next group of size comparisons, here we have them next to the last figure review, the Figma Genji. So you can see how they scale together. Last but not least, for basic 6-inch scale comparison, here we have them next to Star Wars Clone Wars Captain Rex. So you can see how they scale together. And here's Dirge and Ramjet in a sweet action pose. I gotta say, the blaster effects are from Battle Masters or Target Masters, whichever you'd like to call them. I prefer Target Masters, from the Earthrise and Siege line. I gotta say, I really love these figures. These figures are amazing. I'm so happy to have these two in my collection. I will say, like I said earlier, they are Amazon Prime, Amazon exclusives. I don't know why I almost said Prime exclusives. But last time I checked, they were sold out, but they should be getting more in, so I keep checking on Amazon if you guys are looking for these two. I am very happy to have them in my collection, and they are very nice additions to it. I'm very happy to get these guys. Really fun to use and play with. I know I love them. I think you guys will like them too. I want to thank you again for watching my video from the beginning to the end. Thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and please like, comment, subscribe more. Share me with some friends if you know that would like to watch more of these reviews. I would be happy to see more people watching this. I want to thank you again for all the support. You guys have been great, and I really am hoping to keep going. I plan on keep going, and I've enjoyed everything so far, so thank you again. Please come back to the next episode, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode of Bearcats Reviews.